Howdy, howdy, let's get rowdy. Today on Wrecked Rides, we've got a 2020 Kalif Redden chassis built out by Grotness. All right, I'm out here at the Creatures Crawl and we ran into Scott. He has got a rad portal buggy and he's gonna go ahead and give us a little lowdown on what this thing's about.
So this car is 2020 built Kalif Redden car. Went out to Colorado, picked up a chassis from him, drug it home, and stabbed it together pretty quick. It's a big and tall version, a little bit taller in the cab, a little bit longer.
The 2020 Kalif chassis part of this car is all the tubing in red. The cab is the center space where the driver and the passenger sit. This being an AXEL model means the top of the cage has been extended 2 inches for headroom and the front of the cab has been extended an extra 2 inches for taller people to be able to reach the pedals.
It's powered by a Ecotec little baby 1.4. It's a 3-speed 904 Chrysler transmission, Dana 300, low gear set in it.
Power plant is a 2017 Chevy Cruze 1.4 liter turbo weighing in at 216 pounds fully dressed and makes 150 horsepower, followed by a Chrysler 904 3-speed automatic trans with GM metric bell housing, finished with a Dana 300 with 4-to-1 gearing, all protected with full aux plate belly skids.
It's got all the Jesse Haynes portal stuff, 3x9 Rams on it. It's not a 50-degree car. I think Jesse said they're about 45 degrees set up like this, but plenty enough steering all the way around.
This rig is set up with portal axles, which are basically a modification that raises the height of the axle above the wheel hub, increasing ground clearance. The portal boxes are built by Jesse Haynes and attached to trail gear fabbed housings. The internals consist of 300M RCV shafts and 529 gearing with air lockers. As you can tell, this chassis is set up with rear steer and the front and rear axles have 45 degrees of steering angle.
Car sitting at 108-inch wheelbase, and without water, it is 2850, 2875 in weight, somewhere right in that neighborhood.
By the way, that is super light.
Well, with the little motor, you know, it's got to stay light. It's not a whole lot of whoop power right there. It's set up to where it can be a 2-seater. Your king-size buddy's not fitting with you, but definitely your girlfriend is.
Just talking about me, I wouldn't fit in that thing, not a bit.
You'd be all right in the driver's seat, but it's got only what you need and really nothing more. You know, it uses digital gauges off of an OBD reader instead of having hardwired gauges. You know, 8-gallon fuel tank and cooler rack, and you know, place to fly your flag from, and you know, it's pretty basic, but it does things.
This rig is rocking trail ready 20-inch B-locks wrapped with 42-inch BFG red labels. Wheelbase is 108 inches with an axle width of 82.5 inches and has 20 inches of belly clearance. It has 16-inch 2.5 Fox air shocks on all 4 corners, and it has front and rear Warren winches. The interior is super simple and clean. There are no gauges due to everything is ran through a Switch Pro Bluetooth dongle app called Torque off of a cell phone. Everything in the cab is wide open for visibility, which takes all the guesswork of where you need to put your tires at. Now that we know what this rig is working with, let's see how it does on the rocks. Due to this rig lacking in the ka-chow department, it doesn't have the power to shoot up the face of this waterfall. But that's alright. This rig was built for lightweight and to put down traction to crawl the things that people have to shoot up. As you can see, Scott is able to search out the traction points of this waterfall and crawl right up it. You're going to see him working both the front and rear axle to keep him level and on that wall so he doesn't fall in. You're also going to see that those portal axles keep the differential and axle tubes well above the rocks to keep them from getting snagged up. Well, we weren't able to flip his rig over in the parking lot to get a really good undercarriage look at this thing, so I really wanted to take this opportunity to show you guys what the bottom of this rig looks like. Time to back out and reassess the situation and throw some rocks at where you think your tires should be.
Turn right there where most people try to bank off. The best traction I felt is once I got past that second knob. Yeah. That guy right there. Well, like, I don't.
Not many rigs have made this obstacle, and you can see why. It takes using all the parts built into this rig to make it. Rear steer, portal clearances, lightweight chassis, all of this factors into making these obstacles. I have to hand it to Scott Grotness and Kalif Redden chassis for building such a great comp/trail rig. Alright, well that pretty much wraps it up on this Kalif car. It's super freaking cool, and I want to thank Scott for giving us the time to give us a rundown. It's not every day we get to see a car of this caliber and have someone kind of run us through what he did and looking at all the specs and stuff like that. So really appreciate it, man.
Big ups.
Thank you. Best way to support this channel is by giving that subscribe button a little skiddly do, diddle that notification bell, give this video the fat finger, and make sure to leave us a dirty little comment below. As always, thanks for watching.